Hey guys, Marstaken here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we just got the data download on global. I'm not sure why it was so many hours later than the JP one. I guess the main reason is probably because JP's Dokkan Fest for the new Kale is going to be coming out tomorrow morning, whereas the global stuff is a few days behind. But obviously it includes some of the same things, including the April Fools stuff. So shout out to Asuna or Harry, whichever, I don't know. We've got the details up here from the data download. So we've got Yamcha and Yajirobe coming. Yamcha confirmed as the next Dokkan Fest. It was like 99% likely that it was going to be him next anyway, right? We all kind of knew this with the schedule from JP. There was a possibility that it could have been someone else, right? They've switched orders of banners before, but there's no real reason for them to do that unless it was going to be something that would impact the Golden Week celebration that's going to release at the end of April. So no surprise, it is indeed Yamcha. There's a couple of things you can see here as well, like the EZA for LR Bojack that was included in the Yamcha celebration on JP. We also have the EZA for the LR Oob from the battlefield that was shown in the news earlier today, and we have confirmation on the release of the April Fools like EZA units as well. We still don't actually know who the new unit is going to be, if there is going to be one. I haven't actually seen any posts about that. I assume there would be a new one, right? But everybody's still hoping, of course, that we're finally going to get the Super Saiyan Hercule that's been teased for a while now. There was that comment from a producer interview, I think it was last year or slightly before, and we all assumed we were going to get it last year, and then we didn't, but it is what it is. So data download, obviously we got the Yamcha confirmation. We also have the thing for the April Fools. They always do that like pretend game mode, right, that doesn't actually exist and comes with like fake tutorials, screenshots and all that kind of stuff. And this year it looks like we are getting a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan fishing simulator. So you can see here, this is the let's put it back to the beginning here. This is the new animated menu. So you can see there Goku, well, this is the quality, this is the one data mined, so the quality is not the best, but there you go. Goku fishing with his tail. He did post this separately as well. Apparently we are getting this as a background. Yeah, here we go. And you can see it is actually animated as well. So this is a pretty cool wallpaper. Just the OG Dragon Ball Saga Turtle School guys. Goku fishing with his tail there. So pretty cool wallpaper that we should be able to get in game. Hopefully at least by the end of the celebration. I don't know if it's going to drop right at the beginning or not, but there you go. So that's the stuff in the data download, and we can see from the thing on the wiki here that the April Fools Awakenings, we're getting the Awakening and EZA for the Bulma that released with the like pretend racing game mode, and then of course we have the EZA for the Great Saiyaman and Videl, which was from last year's Dokkan of the Dead pretend game mode. So both of these units are getting EZAs. The Bulma actually seems really good. I've seen some pretty interesting calcs on how high her defense can get. She's going to be a really good addition to the physical Path to Power Kid Goku team. Because she is a Dragon Ball Saga support unit. She gets a ton of buffs if you have a Kid Goku in the same turn. So if you're running his team and like floating her, then you get a lot of buffs. I remember when we showed off those units back when he came out, that free-to-play Yamcha that they released is actually pretty good on the Kid Goku team. But to get his full passive active, you need to have a Peppy Gals character on the team. So this Bulma with her EZA is going to fulfill that condition and then should be pretty good. We have the one for the Great Saiyaman and Videl here as well. They don't seem anything too crazy. They kind of just fulfill the same role they did before, but with slightly increased stats, where they are basically just a free-to-play Defenders of Justice support unit. So on that team, they should be relatively good, like for a free-to-play unit, obviously, adding in that caveat. Like, I'm not expecting them to be, you know, summonable unit level, but of course we will get a showcase done for them. I actually already have these guys rainbowed and fully link leveled. I did not link level the Bulma because obviously she didn't have an awakening, so I've thrown her on the link level team, so at least when she is awakened she's not going to be full link level 1, but she's going to pick up shattering the limit, so obviously she's going to have at least one link at a lower level, but I look forward to trying those guys out. So this is the celebration as it dropped on JP. It was the winter celebration. We have here obviously the Dokkan Festival banner with Yamcha and Yajirobe. This is the first return of the Resurrection of F Blues as well for Global. These guys came out, what, like early November, I think, last year. So this is their first time coming back on a banner. So if you didn't manage to pull them, obviously they're not like the hypest or best unit, but this is their first time they're going to come back, so they will be available with red coins. AGL Trunks, AGL Captain Ginyu, Physical Angel Frieza. If Angel Frieza, I feel like it's got to be due for an EZA sometime soon, right? Whenever we get a big Universe Survival Saga celebration. And then Transforming Goku fills the slot of the super old SSR that you probably don't want to pull. I mean, realistically, nowadays, the Ginyu Force can still manage in quite a lot of the difficult content. Trunks was pretty much always underwhelming on release. And then, you know, we know how people feel about the Resurrection of F Blue. So this is one of those banners where you really are only summoning for the new units. Yamcha is incredibly good, right? Which is, they do this every now and then, right? With the unexpected characters. Kind of wish they had done this for Raditz rather than making him the joke that he is, right? But Yamcha is actually a very, very good unit. I just realized this is his unawakened page. There we go. So one of the reasons why this guy's good, if you do want to summon for him, he has the Warriors Raised on Earth category leader skill, as well as Saiyan Saga. The extra 30% goes to Earthlings or Turtle School. Turtle School and Warriors Raised on Earth, like Earthbred Fighters is the global translated name. These are two categories that very largely feature pretty much every Goku in the game. So you could run Yamcha as the leader and then a team of basically the best Gokus, and they'll all be getting the 200% leader skill from him. And one of the other great things about this guy is he has all of the hidden potential abilities built into his kit, even at 55%, right? So he has a chance to dodge. I think he just has dodge all the time, right? He builds up key and attack and defense. So he builds up attack and defense with each attack performed. He has a built-in medium chance to crit. He has a high chance to dodge. He launches an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super. He launches another additional attack that has a high chance to become a super if he's dodged. So if you put him in slot 1, he already has that built-in dodge, and then he can get a couple of extra attacks. And then he also gets extra dodge chance with each attack performed within the turn. So if you get good RNG, even at 55%, he can dodge all the attacks in slot 1 and then throw out multiple attacks that have built-in medium chance to crit. So even if you only pull one copy of this guy, he can still perform really, really well. So his team is good. He's really good. I do think, though, you know, with Golden Week around the corner and we don't know what those units are going to be because it's the same time celebration with JP, I feel like unless you are a huge fan of Yamcha or you really want to run like a buffed Saiyan Saga team, I guess, this guy's probably a pretty easy skip for a lot of people. His side banner unit, however, the Yajirobe, is probably one of the best designed third slot floating support units I think I've ever seen, which is ironic considering it is Yajirobe of all people. But he massively raises defense on super. He seals, which can be useful in some events, right? And then he's getting a decent amount of stats. He gives all allies 1 key and 30% attack and defense, just whatever. Then he also gets extra defense and gives all allies an extra 1 key and 20% attack and defense for 3 turns when he's in the third slot, right? When he's the third character to obtain key spheres. So what that means is when you float him off in the third slot, he doesn't come back for 3 turns, but he's giving everyone on the team 1 key and 20% attack and defense for all of those turns that he's not even there, which is insane. Like, that's such a good design for a support unit. He then also gets extra attack and built-in crit chance if he's the third attacker in the turn. He has a great chance of evading enemies' attacks within the same turn after he receives an attack if he's the third attacker, and he survives KO attacks once per turn and recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn. So what that means is, again, perfect design for a third slot support. If he's in slot 3 and you happen to be unlucky, you get blasted by a super attack, let's say by like Metal Cooler Core, he's going to take like 1,000,000 damage, but he's going to survive with 1 HP, and then he gets a 70% chance to dodge. So if there's any more attacks coming your way, ideally he dodges them, right? Because otherwise you will just die, even if he was going to take double-digit damage because you're on 1 HP. But as long as you then dodge those follow-up attacks, he then heals you 10%, which it's not going to be a huge amount, right? You're literally going to be on 10% HP, but you survived the turn, and you're then going into your next rotation with this support effect carrying over. So Yajirobe is actually insanely good. I've seen clips of people running him like not even on the leader skill on teams on JP, just because giving support when you're not even on the rotation is a crazy ability. So very, very good. Like Yajirobe, super good support. If this guy had the exact same passive but was any character who is a Super Saiyan, whether it's Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, whatever, with Saiyan links, they would be probably the best floating unit in the entire game. So very, very good. And he is the side banner unit for Yamcha. So the rest of the celebration, pretty straightforward. The sales, new stage of Super Battle Road. I think we are 1 or 2 behind JP, so that's very likely. New battlefield. It does say in the news that ours is in the actual in-game menu now that ours is resetting in like 2 days, so that lines up. A couple of story events come back. New quest mode. We are still waiting on Area 30. JP just got Area 31 today after the download, so that'll be good. This is something I've been really looking forward to, is the new Supreme Kai trials, because I talked about it in the video that we made quite some time ago. If you haven't seen it, search it up on the channel. It's basically me and some replies from the community going through some of our biggest regrets of mistakes we made early on in our accounts. There's a bunch of these Supreme Kai trial rewards that let you buy extra stamina, extra box space, all that kind of stuff from the shop. And in the early days, I wasted them on a bunch of things like Kais, so I actually have stamina upgrades in the shop that I currently can't get. And when they add these in, we get a bunch more of the currency, so I'll actually be able to pick them up. So looking forward to that. This event is returning because we get the EZA for the physical Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. Unfortunately, he kind of sucks. There's the Bojack EZA. And then some more story events. Now, the one thing that is going to be interesting about this event is part 2 of the celebration. All of this stuff is out on global already, so there's no, for some reason on the wiki there's no entry for the banner, but this is where the STR Carnival Goku came out, who's obviously already out on global. Had a bunch of Christmas related stuff. Super Strike TN is already out. More quest stages. Bojack Burst Mode we've already had. A couple of other returning events. Nothing else here was like brand new. So all of the stuff here that was new, Hachiak Chain Battle, we've had that. So everything that was new in part 2 of Yamcha's celebration is already out on global. So the interesting thing is going to be, what are they going to do to fill out the rest of April for global? Because part 1 of this celebration was probably what, like 2 weeks at most, and then we don't have Golden Week until the end of April. So be interesting to see what they do. Chances are it's going to be some crappy filler rerun like Legendary Summon banner or something like that, but be interesting to see, because otherwise it's going to be a very dry month on global. But let me know what you guys think down below. Are you looking forward to Yamcha? Will you be summoning for him, or are you going to save your stones ready for Golden Week? And let me know what you guys think of the April Fools units. Are we going to get a new unit? And what do you guys think of the whole like fishing meme thing? I think the wallpaper is pretty cool. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.